Hello, my name is Joshua, and this video is about data journalism reporting using exploratory data analysis with ChatGPT. Now that sounds like a big mouthful, but I promise you, you don't really need to know anything about any of those things to actually use this skill. I will first note that the last video I talked about something called prompt maker or meta prompting, and I've used that for a lot of this. So let's start with what it is we're trying to do. So at a high level, we're going from a raw data set that looks something like this. So we've just got information about Canadian wages over a given period of time. And what we're going to do is go to create a data journalism report that looks like this. I'll zoom this up a little bit, where we have data visualizations, we have key insights, it's nicely formatted, and we have all kinds of great information and data visualizations and insights written about this data here. So we're going to start by identifying our data set, right? And then we're going to run an exploratory data analysis, and I'll show you that prompt. We're going to observe that, and if we have to go back around a couple of times to get the insights we want. So that's step one is getting our data set. Step two is running the exploratory data, and step three is reviewing that. Once the insights and the visualizations are satisfactory to us, we're going to move on to step four, which is using the next prompt, which is the data journalism prompt, all right, which will generate the article. We'll then review the article, and once it looks like what we want, we're going to basically just copy and paste that into Microsoft Word or Google Docs. We'll insert the images where it tells us to, and we'll complete a final data journalism article. By the way, this workflow diagram was also made with ChatGPT and something called mermaid charts. Actually very easy to do, probably a separate video. Okay, so let's get back to our data set. So we've got our data set here, and here is our prompt for exploratory data analysis. So this was made, again, using the prompt maker that I talked about in the previous video, and we plug that in. So when we do that, we have the data here. Don't worry that it says unable to, but basically I just pasted these CSV files in, gave it my prompt, and watched as over the next 5 or 10 minutes it performs these different tasks. It does some data cleaning, it identifies where there's missing values, does some inspection. Again, you don't need to know about data science to do this, but you do need to probably make sure you're validating that the reports you're getting are at least consistent with what the data is there. And now I start to get my data visualizations, my overall hourly wage trends, comparison of hourly wage trends. And so I go back and forth with this a few times, asking for different data visualizations structured in different ways until I get what I want. Then we go to the next prompt, all right, which is the prompt for the data journalism report, okay, and we give that to ChatGPT, and then it writes that report. And then the last step in the process is, of course, pasting that into the document and then inserting these images where I want them to be in the report. In this way, using these different prompts, you can actually create a report that looks like this from raw data like this without having to know anything about data visualization or data science, and can really generate powerful insights from data in a very short amount of time. It is honestly like a superpower. So I hope that's been helpful, and good luck to you in your journey. One last thing, just to note, is that the video you've been watching is not actually me. It's an AI avatar of me. The voice you're hearing is actually mine. I did record this audio. This is actually me talking, but because I'm not always video ready in terms of lighting and grooming and such, I've created an AI avatar of myself, and I can just feed this audio to that, and that's the video you're seeing.